can see my screen. I would love to know if you can see my screen. Okay, so once I share my screen, I'd love you. Okay, not yet. So once you can see it, I want you to type crystal clear in the chat. Okay, you type crystal clear. Okay, so can you see my screen? Can we all see my screen? Okay, can you see my screen? Can we see my screen? I need your responses. I need your responses. Can we see my screen? Can we see my screen? Can we see my screen? All right. I'm sure you may be wondering, did I come to this session with the wrong slide? Okay. Well, no need to panic. Okay. This was me before tech. Okay. And it got to that point where I looked at things and said, are we gonna continue like this? Okay, and that was how a lot of things happened. And this is me now. Um, this is me now. I am now a tech professional. All right, I am now a tech professional. So how I moved into tech was much more difficult. You don't want to have it my own way. Okay, you don't want to do what I did to get into tech. Okay, and the good thing is that you okay. I can't see your screen. Please, if you can see my screen, type I can see your screen so James knows that it's an issue from their own end and not mine. Okay, so just type it in the chat actually. All right, so that James knows. So this was me before tech. Okay, now this is me after tech. And one key thing that I can tell you, okay, was part of the first few steps that I took to getting into the tech space was answering this very question. Okay, I answered this very question. Why do you want to get into tech in the first place? Why do you want to get into tech in the first place? And I don't want big answers. Okay, don't be shy to say the reason why you want to get into tech. Do you want to have more time for your kids, for your family, maybe work remotely from home? Are you tired of your 9 to 5? Okay, if you're here and you're a teacher, are you tired of waiting on the school to get that salary increase? Okay, you're here, you're a banker, you've not had a salary increase for the past half a decade, right? And you don't really have choice because there are no options out there. All right. So what is that driving force for you? Type it in the chat. 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 Okay, type it in the chat. So Esther James says to enhance my skills and career, of course, evolve as the world evolves. Okay, so Esther, I'm 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 gathering that you don't need money, right? You don't need money. You just want to enhance your skills, and evolve. You don't need money. You're already where you need to be financially. Is that what you're saying? Okay, is that what you're saying? So to make my work easy, work smart, get empowered. You guys go straight to the point. Nobody. So all of you have money. That's what you're saying. That's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. If you don't need money, okay, that is interesting. All right. So at the end of the day, because if you ask me why did I get into tech, it's not because I like tech. Okay. If you're looking back then when I was in school, if you're looking for someone who hates laptop, just call my name. Okay. I don't like anything that has to do with laptops. Okay, not talk of tech. So what well here I am today. At some point the bills will come and ask to be paid. And when those bills come, it's not going to be about your passion anymore. Okay, or you wanting to evolve as the world evolves. Okay, it's going to be about what is in the pocket. So right now, it's a big. The question is, are you happy where you are financially? Okay, or leave money aside. Look at your well-being. Okay, the well-being of your family. For those of you who have kids, who have a spouse, are you giving them the attention that is required? Some of us don't know that it's actually possible to work from home. Okay, some of us don't know that it's possible to work from home. So at the end of the day, right, it's important that you answer this question. Okay, you answer this question before we even go ahead. Okay, the reality of all of us want to get into technical of the money. Absolutely. Okay. All right, I'm a medical scientist. I don't have knowledge in tech, great problem, data analysis, and AI. All right, I want the knowledge and to get remote jobs. Absolutely, Gladys. Okay, Gladys. All right, so let us move ahead. Okay, let us move ahead. Now that we've answered this question and we are answering this question, welcome to Tenalytics Business. So Tenalytics Business is an edtech firm, and what we do is to provide a platform that helps individuals and businesses get into the tech world. Okay, specifically through AI, data, HR, software development, and so many other fronts. Okay, so we work with some of the best um, facilitators and instructors and professionals across Africa, across the globe, to help bring this to a reality. Okay, and a little bit about myself. Okay, and this slide is content. This my slide contains a whole lot of things. Okay, so if you want to get my slides and the recording of this session after the session, okay, ensure to fill out the attendance form. It's right there in the chat box. Okay, you see the link, click on the link, fill out the attendance form so you can get all the resources that this session is packing. Okay, so you can get all the resources packed inside of this session, my slides to all the other perks that you will be getting from tonight's session. Okay, from tonight's session. All right, so once you fill it out, type done in the chat so I know you filled it out. Okay, type done so I know you filled it out. So a little bit about myself. So like I said, I'm a tech professional now. I started out as a data analyst. I worked as a data scientist. I'm currently into AI. Okay, and I've been able to rack quite a number of years of experience so far, and I've worked with Alpha Romeo. So those who are into those who, if you're a car dealer here, you don't know Alfa Romeo, or you're a car person, you're a car enthusiast, and you don't know Alfa Romeo, we need to check you again. Okay, so Alfa Romeo is one of Italy's largest luxury car brand, and I worked with their branch in the US, okay, remotely from Lagos, Nigeria. So that's why I tell people, if you're looking for a remote job and you're in this session, you're in the right place. So Ndubweze, please don't type your details in the chat. Fill out the attendance form. Okay, fill it out. Okay, fill it out. The link is just above your own message and now below your message. So fill out the attendance form so that you can get the resources. All right, so nobody's going to pick up your email from the chat box. Okay, so just so we know. All right, so having said that, okay, let's get into it. So tonight you are going to you're going to achieve a number of things. Okay, would help you choose an AI career path, okay, out of some of the fastest growing AI career paths. And then you're going to build an exciting project, okay. In fact, you're going to see an exciting project from one of our very own. He's currently on the call, Dayo Kelani. He's on the call already. So you're going to see an exciting project that he built. And this is someone with no tech background. And he built that project without writing any code. So you're going to see that as well. And you build yours in this session as well. We'll build an AI project together, okay, as time permits. And then we'll talk about how you can position yourself for success as far as AI is concerned. Now, this is 2026. A lot of things have changed, okay? So gone are the days where if you are a hard worker, you get results. Now, it's more about all right. So, James, if you can't see my screen, it's definitely your network. Okay. So, guys, if you can see my screen, just reply to James' message. Just say, James, I can see his screen. Okay. So just type James, I can see his screen, so that James knows that it's their network issue. So, James, what you can do is either try getting another network or connect to another network, or just move around so that move around the house. Okay, maybe I would have said you should climb the roof. Okay, so that you can get a better network. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, just see how you can maybe leave the call and join back. If you think your network is okay, leave the call and join immediately back. That should most likely fix the problem. So he said the roof is a great idea. All right, please, James, don't go to the roof. I was just kidding. Okay, so now the idea is, if you're a hard worker, you have to put that aside. You have to work very smart now. Okay, and this is where AI comes in. Now, how many of you agree with me that AI is differently popular this year than ever before? AI is buzzing. If you look left, AI. In fact, we can hardly tell what is real from what is AI in some cases. Okay, even as an AI professional, there are some videos that I see and some content that I see, and I'm like, is this real or AI? So we've gotten to that point where AI has now become accessible, okay, to the average person. Before, you needed to learn how to code before you even speak about AI. But now you don't need a coding background. You don't have to learn how to code. You don't have to write any codes to build AI solutions. And that is the reality of 2026. So it's much more easier compared to my days of getting into tech. Okay. So, but guess what? This comes with a downside. It comes with a downside. Okay, it comes with a downside, and the downside it comes with is that this is going to get saturated very fast. So you don't have that luxury of time to decide, is this something I want to do? Is this something I don't want to do? You don't have such luxury anymore. Okay, so it's going to get saturated very, very fast. So ensure to fill out the attendance form if you haven't already. Okay, so while we have this discussion of ours now, Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, he said, and this was last year November, he said that Meta is going to be assessing employee performance based off their AI-driven impact in 2026. So starting in 2026, it's going to assess their AI skills, okay, and that's what their performance is going to be based on. Okay, so what that means is that he's basically saying, look, leave my company if you don't know how to use AI. Are you with me? So, and several other startups are also following through. Several other startups are also following through, okay, to manifest the same thing. McKinsey is also saying the same thing, okay, although theirs is sort of like an argument, and they're saying that, and I linked everything here, so all the articles are linked here. Okay, as you can see, the link to the articles are right there at the bottom. So when you get my slides, you can actually go deep into it and see for yourselves. Okay, so Mackenzie is saying that look, I can't see where to fill out the information. All right, so Joseph, the link is posted in the chat. Okay. Somebody saying, James, I can't see his screen. So, guys, it is impossible that some people can see my screen, okay, and others can't. And the issue is from my end. No. So if you can't see my screen, just log out and log back in. Okay. So check your network, you should be able to see my screen. All right. On a normal day, you should be able to see my screen. All right. So fill out the attendance form as well. Okay, that's the least you can do, especially if you're having network issues. It's more reason you need to fill the attendance form so that you can get the recording, get my slides, and the AI projects we're going to be building tonight as well. Okay, so ensure to fill it out. All right. Now, apart from McKinsey and Mark Zuckerberg, there are several others. Okay, Fortune 500 is saying, look, if you are a professional and you're looking for a promotion, promotion is another way of increasing your income. So if you're looking for a promotion, you want to get a promotion, just go and learn AI and apply it to your current job. And guess what? Your value instantly increases. Okay. And I can keep on going on and on. Gartner is saying the same thing. AI will not kill jobs. It's actually going to reshape 32 million jobs a year. Okay. Why HR Drive outrightly said that, look, nearly 4 in 10 companies will replace workers with AI by 2026, and it has already happened. There is a company in Brazil with over 10,000 staff. They recently laid off 4,000 staff, and the reason is because they were able to automate some of their manual processes. So 4,000 people lost their jobs. Okay, so of course you can argue with what the law says. Okay, when it comes to retrenching and laying off staff, but that's the reality we are in. Okay, that's the reality we are in. So anything any company can automate, they're definitely going to do that. But you know the flip side? It is people like you and me that are building these automation systems, that are building these AI solutions. So if you are AI literate, if you are AI skilled, guess what? You are a hot cake. Are you with me, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you're with me. Fantastic. All right, fantastic. So Marvel Media Marvel, okay, is definitely a network, okay, because so many other people can see my screen. So just check your network, okay. Try something, and try and fix the issue. All right. So now in 2026, it's good to have a certificate. Don't get me wrong. But those who get hired actually show projects. Okay, those who get hired actually are the ones who display their project. So you can't hide behind your certificate anymore. You have to prove your certificate using project. Okay, so gone are those days where once you arrange, I have so certification, you look like a guru. Gone are those days. They'll still ask you, okay, can I see some of the projects you've worked on? And once you are taking time to to showcase some of the projects you worked on, they know that this person is not the one. Okay, we've not seen the one. Do you understand me? So certificates is just it's just to verify. That's all. Okay, the real proof is the projects that you've been able to build. And that's what 70% of recruiters are interested in right now. Okay. So 70% of hiring managers are interested in your product portfolio, not necessarily your CV or your certificate. All right. So before we build something exciting, I want to bring up Dayo Kelani. Okay, I want to bring up Dayo Kelani to showcase an exciting project. Okay, one of the exciting projects that he built. Before we now build our own together. So we're actually going to build something together. Okay, but I want us to see what Kelani has been able to build. Okay, in what less than 2 months of kickstarting his journey with us here at Analytics Business. So, Dio, I'm going to make you co-host so that you can turn on your video, share screen, and speak as well. Okay. So, hi, Dio. I can see you're joined in two devices. So, can you raise your hand? So I know which of the devices am I making hosts. All right. So let me see which of which of them am I making hosts? Okay, so let me see. Let's try this. Okay, all right. So just give me a second. All right, so I've added you as a co-host. Okay, so I believe you can unmute now, turn on your video, share screen. So let me know if you can do that.
All right, right. Confirm you can hear me.
All right, loud and clear. I can hear you. But I
Mama,
cannot
yes.
see you. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Fantastic.
How about now?
Hey, yeah, good to have you.
Yeah,
Good to
same
have you
here.
on board. Yeah,
Thanks for having me, and good
yeah,
evening,
it's a
everyone.
pleasure.
Yeah, good. All right, so give me a minute. I'm trying to share my screen now.
All right. So while Dio is trying to share his screen, ensure to fill out the attendance form and type it down in the chat. Okay. Dio is someone who had no tech background, just like you guys. Okay, and he was able to build something exciting. Okay, which he will showcase to you right now. All right. So like I said, gone are the days where you need to learn coding to build solutions that businesses can use, that businesses need. So you're gonna see Dio. I'll just leave the floor for Dio um to walk us through. All right.
All right, thank you, Mohammed. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, like Mohammed rightly said, my name is Dara Kelani, and I happen to be participant of the last cohort at Ten Analytics Business under the AI Automation Engineering School. When I joined, right, I pretty much didn't have much. I didn't have knowledge on what AI automation was about, but I mean, within the 2 months window, I was pretty much able to go from zero to, well, I would say 80 or 100 because I'm pretty much confident of the skill that I've learned so far. But let me just give like a bit of background, right? I pretty much don't have more like any coding experience and all that, but I mean, I've always been someone who is passionate about making life simpler, trying to optimize processes, automate things, but when the opportunity came to jump on board the 10 analytics business AI automation class, I mean, I just had to um, register for the class and take seize the opportunity. So basically, okay, please confirm you can see my screen. Can anyone drop a chat if you can see? Okay, I can see your hands up, right? So what I have on my screen here is pretty much a market research agent. Just give a bit of background why I chose this project. So I pretty much work within the financial industry, right? And I'm very much inclined to financial research, market research, and all that. And I'm pretty much sure most of us, one way or the other, might have um, come across newsletter articles one way or the other. That's probably newsletter basically that has to do with people doing market research. It could probably be a business wanting to do a market research or a financial institution wanting to understand what the economy is about so they can advise investors and all that's looking to invest in a particular company or stocks, forex, whichever way it may be. So I mean, businesses basically they lose thousands of hours to repetitive work. And automation, basically, like Mohammed said earlier on, where AI tries to improve our processes, like the one of the slides he projected earlier, according to the McKinsey survey and Meta. I mean, automation basically covers hours of work in seconds. What I'm going to be displaying, what I'm going to what is the word now? What you're going to see here, basically, if you're to take a human to do it, it's probably take about 4 or 5 different humans to carry out research and all that. But with this automation tool, within 3 minutes, I mean, within 3 minutes, the end-to-end flow would have run successfully. So first off, what I have on my screen here, let me zoom in. What I have here, so this project, right, it's divided into 4 different layers, right? The goal basically is to enable the automation agents to spool data from the internet, trending topics. For instance, now take a scenario where you have this US-Iran war, the impact it has had on the oil industry. I mean, pretty much everyone here, one way or the other, is impacted by it, where the fuel prices has gone higher up. So basically, this flow is divided into 5 different layers. You might not really understand everything end to end, but I'll try to simplify it in the best possible way. Um, First off, yeah, I have a trigger. I mean, at certain points, this is going to be a newsletter that will be sent out to everyone. And we could probably have 1 or 2 persons to probably share their email address and out if that's possible. So I can include your name and Testron to for 1 or 2 persons to get the report. So what I have here is like a trigger. It's at a specified day, it triggers the automation tool, and the next layer what I have here is the orchestrator layer. What it does is to it's more like a prompt, basically. It gives it to an LLM. We call it the large language model, where you have the OpenAI, Gemini, Claude, Grok, um, whichever one that suits you or comes to mind, basically. But for this project, I'll be focusing mainly on Gemini. So the first layer here is the AI orchestrator. What it does basically is to, I mean, spool data from the internet and basically trending topics. It then passes it on to some agents to which I have built here to spool data and information. Um, okay, let me double tap on what this instruction is about. I mean, there's a prompt to which I have here that depicts what the role of this particular agent should be. This is more or less like instructions, basically, to give the GPT to generate outputs. And next off, we have is the parallel agents. Yeah, these are the agents that actually do the main work. So yeah, I have about 4 different agents. Now, these 4 different agents, basically. Okay, I can see someone saying he or she is not seeing my screen. Please confirm you can see my screen. Can anyone confirm that? Give me a thumbs up, please.
Yes, I can see your screen. So if anybody can see your screen, it's their network. So I
Okay,
think,
okay. All right.
yeah, you can
Thanks.
carry on.
Yeah, so what I have here, you have 4 different agents. Yeah, I mean, these agents basically in the real world, these agents here are more or less like 4 or 5 different humans, but due to the, like I said earlier, the goal of the project basically is to optimize the time taken to generate this report. So we have agents here which more or less replicates what the humans would do. The trend analysts, agents, computer analyst agents, sentimental analyst agent, and a macro agent. What this trend agent does, it pulls news articles from this particular API service called SEPA by Google. And this trend analyst basically spools out all trending topics you have on the internet. It could probably be around the US oil and gas. So I'm pretty much sure you definitely, once I run these agents, it should definitely bring out one of those articles or news regarding the conflicts. Next up, we have is the competitor analyst agent. What this does basically is to act as an industry analyst, basically to spool information based off certain criteria to certain instructions to which I've given I've given it. And the sentimental analysis basically is just to check out the emotions of trending topics. Basically, is it good? Is it bad? How does it impact the macroeconomics? So how does it impact the economy, basically? And the last one I have here is the macro analyst agents. What this does basically is to understand on the bigger picture how does how does certain news articles or events impact the Nigerian economy. For this particular project, the case scenario is going to be Nigeria. How does it impact Nigeria? The exchange rates, GDP rates, inflation, external reserves, crude, and all that. Yeah, and so once that's done, the next thing the agent does is to act as a reporter. The reporter here would probably be in the real world, could probably be someone who probably a news writer writes the articles based off the feedback from all the four agents I've listed here. This is also another agent. In reality, it could probably be a human, but for this particular project, is an agent. We're trying to automate this particular report style. Then, after which, once a report is generated, it sends an email to um, to respective viewers or perhaps Telegram channel. There are two channels there for this particular project, via email and via Telegram chats, just to give us a run through of what the output is like. I think I ran this about early this morning around 10 a.m. I mean, this is the output to which it's give me, and as you can see, it's giving a very well detailed report. I mean, for a human to do this in terms of like design, having to design what the page would be like, typing, I mean, that's very much going to be time consuming. But with the help of AI automation agents, you're pretty much able to cover this in about 3 minutes. So I'll pretty much run the agents now. Um, okay. So, Mohammed, am I allowed to add like email addresses of certain participants here so they can?
Yeah. So, how many people's email? I think Uchechi already dropped her email, but maybe she was dropping it for the attendance. So Uchechi actually fill out the attendance form. Okay. So, yeah, you can add people's email if you want.
Okay, all right, thank you. Just a minute. Let me get um, one or two email addresses to use. Okay. Spare me a couple of minutes. Let me copy and paste. Okay. I might not be able to take everyone's email address though, so please spare me, pardon me rather, because of time. But then it's just pretty much to showcase what the project is about and show it's pretty much functional. Yeah, copy that twice. Okay, I can see a question from Yinka. It says, thanks, Dayo. Quick question. How do you ensure the AI automation tools from different sources gives you the accurate um, information? I mean, so one of the what is the word now? One of the things about AI is that in as much as AI gives you a feedback, I mean, at some point you might probably need to cross check or reconfirm the information before you give it out. But based off this tool, agents to which I've created, it's pretty much pulling data from certain verified news outlets. It could that can be specified from the prompts. But then once the report is generated, it's always advisable to cross-check. I mean, if definitely AI is a machine and no machine is 100% perfect, but then there's some the percentage of accuracy is pretty much um high. So I hope that answers the question, Impa. So let me just use this three emails I have so we don't keep everyone waiting on the call. Please pardon me. Yeah. So I've added three different email addresses and I will be executing the flow now just so we all can see it's run live. Yeah, so I'm executing the flow now. So if you can see my screen, you can see my cursor is not moving. There's a green arrow that shows the directional flow of data as agents is being run. So the model here that I use for this particular project is the Google Gemini chat, which is the um, bedrock, or should I say the brain behind the automation flow. So the trend analyst agents, competitor analyst agents, sentimental market, macro analyst have run successfully. Now the aggregate function here collates all the reports from each of these agents. From each of these agents, it's now the reports writer agent level. Yep. So now it has been delivered to the email addresses. Let me check my email. Yeah, so it's just came in now. Even look at this. Let me open it. The time is okay. It came in 0 minutes ago. So this is the report that came out now. Yeah, so you can see, and from the data source cited, you can see it's pulled to Yinka's question. The sites to which data was pulled are from National Bureau of Statistics, Central Bank of Nigeria, IMF, Africa Development Bank, and other market research reports platform. Basically, it's to corroborate the validity of news articles from it. Like I mentioned earlier, right? If I run the flow, you'd see it's taking into cognizance the impacts oil has on the global economy. So yeah, that's pretty much what this project is about. I mean, this took about say 3 minutes to run successfully. So yeah, that's um that shows the power of AI automation and the power of artificial intelligence. Yeah, that's it for me, Mohammed.
All right, fantastic one, Dio. Brilliant. So you basically have like four employees working for you
I mean,
that you're not paying you're not paying them a dime.
everyone, be honestly, I mean,
And
it saves business costs. So
exactly. So and it's amazing. So just a few questions now.
yeah, yeah.
Did you write any Python codes to build all of this? Any coding
Well,
background?
honestly, I really don't have much programming knowledge, but I had like basic knowledge of JavaScript and I was able to do some things, but not necessarily. It's not necessarily mandatory to generate this report, but for the route I chose to build it, I had to just embed it. There are ways to do it without adding coding or anything to generate this exact same report. So yeah, it just
Okay.
depends on preference.
Basically, you don't necessarily need coding or any
Yeah, yeah,
coding background.
definitely.
Fantastic. Fantastic one. Guys, you've heard. Okay. So, and you have people who are building these things for businesses, okay, day in, day out. All right. So, these are the reasons why people are getting laid off. So, as people are getting laid off, you want to position yourself to get the jobs.
True.
Okay, so Dio, fantastic
Yeah.
one. I really enjoyed your presentation. Okay, I mean, so you can be sleeping, and this AI agent would they would all gather and do your research for you, give
Yeah.
you the reports, and they can do it intermittently, however you
Yeah.
want. Okay. All
Yeah.
right, fantastic one. Okay, great. All right. So fantastic. Okay. So Esther said you're lost. All right, fantastic. So Esther, okay, first confirm your network is good. Okay, because guess what? You're gonna let's build something together. Okay, we will build something together right now. Okay, and let's see how you can follow up. Okay, let me see how you can follow up with that. So I'll share my screen now and we'll build an exciting project with AI. So, and mine is going to be straight to you making money. Okay, mine is going to be is going to be straight to you making money. All right. So, let's go ahead. So ensure to fill out the attendance form if you haven't already. Okay, if you haven't already, ensure to fill out the attendance form. All right, so if you filled the attendance form, ensure to type done. Okay, so please quit putting your emails in the chat. Okay, don't put your emails in the chat box, please. Nobody's going to take your emails. All right, so fill out the attendance form. That's the best thing to do. All right, and you will be in a fantastic position. All right, so how many of you are ready? Who is ready to build something with AI? Who is ready to build something with AI? Who is ready to build something with AI? Okay, so Dio's own was a showcase. Dio did not teach us how to build what he showcased. Okay, he just showed us how it works. Okay, so someone like Esther now, I'm not shocked that you may be a little bit confused. All right, so if you are ready to build, yeah, he just showcased, he didn't teach. All right, so but now I'm coming to show you how to build something from scratch. Okay, from scratch, from nothing. You didn't even prepare to get anything AI today, but we'll build something together. So what we are going to build is we'll build an app, okay, or a website. Let me call it a website. So we'll build a website that allows business owners to manage their inventory. How many of you know what an inventory is? How many of you know what inventory is? Fantastic. Stock. I have businessmen and women here. Okay. So, those provision stores that you go to, right? Um, all the things you are seeing in the store that they are showcasing to sell, okay, is not all that they have. They have some in the warehouse. Okay. They have some in the warehouse. That's why anytime you go there, they won't tell you, "Oh, it's finished." It's always available. So, how are they doing it? So, some are doing it the hard way, the manual way. Okay. While some they already have the update. They use an app, okay, and or a website, and it's someone that builds this app or website for them. So you are going to be that someone tonight, and we're going to use AI to do it. So how are we going to do that? So I'm going to go to Chrome. So open up Chrome. And how many of you use Chat GPT? 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 Chat GPT. So head over to Chat GPT. Okay, head over. If you are here and you don't use Chat GPT already, I need to ask. I need to ask. Okay, Chika, you said my screen is not showing. Well, please, if you can see my screen, type in the chat, Chika. His screen is showing. Okay, type it. Chika, his screen is showing. Okay, because everything looks okay from my end. Okay, so Chika, it's your network. All right. So it's either it's your network. or it is your screen arrangement. So and somebody said Chika, it is show. All right, so interesting. So okay, now Chika, what you can do is you can step out of the call and join back in. My screen is very visible. Okay, or just check your network. Ensure your network is good. If your network is poor, you won't see my screen. Okay, so Temitope, it's impossible for my screen not to be showing, and then some other people can see it. Okay, so if you can't see my screen, it's definitely from your end. So try fixing your network, then join back. Okay, or you step out. If you think your network is good, just drop off the call and join back because we're about to build something now. Okay, we're building something. Okay, so Esther said you should climb the roof. I didn't say so. So Esther said climb the roof. I did not say so. All right. So maybe Esther is already on the roof. Who knows? Okay, so that's why our network is good. All right, so let's go ahead. So I'm gonna head over to Chat GPT. Okay, I'm gonna head over to Chat GPT. All right, I'm gonna head over to Chat GPT. Okay, and as Chat GPT is loading, I'm gonna load up. Another tab called Lovable. 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 So Lovable. Okay. So if you've never used Lovable, okay, it's going to ask you to sign up. So the sign up is very easy. It's like opening a Facebook account. So just go ahead and sign up. Okay. Just go ahead and sign up. Okay. So go ahead and sign up while we head back over to ChatGPT. So this is Lovable. Lovable is an AI that builds apps. Okay, it literally builds apps or websites for you. All right. So you're not opening Lovable from ChatGPT. I opened two tabs, one for ChatGPT, one for Lovable. Okay, one for ChatGPT, one for Lovable. So again, not everybody may be able to follow me, okay? Because I'm sure you did not even prepare to work on any project tonight. So the best thing you can do is first ensure before you even try to follow me, fill out the attendance form, type it down in the chat. So at least you get worst case scenario, you get the recording of this session, you are able to, recreate what we are going to be building tonight. Okay. So, all right. So these are some of my projects. I've built so many projects with Lovable. I can't count how many projects I've built so far. So I build apps as if as if I'm playing. Okay. And that's because I'm not the one writing the codes. Lovable writes the codes for me. Okay. I don't write the code. Lovable writes the codes for me. So I can just tell Lovable, build an app that can do A, B, C, and it will build it for me. But because I want to be highly descriptive of the kind of app or website that I want, that is why I am here in Chat GPT. Okay. That is why I am here in Chat GPT. Okay. That is why I am here in Chat GPT. Are we together? That is why I am here in Chat GPT. Okay. Somebody's already asking for alternatives to Lovable. You've not even used Lovable. You're asking, is there any other alternative? There are so many other apps you can use. Okay, if that's what you want. So there is Cursor, there is Base 44, there is GitHub Spark. There are so many. Okay, so suit yourself. All right. So what I'm gonna do here is because I want to be highly descriptive of the website that I want to build, I would say create for me. Let me zoom in a little so you can see what I'm typing. So create for me, okay, a mini PRD for my website. For my website, okay. For my website. Now the website helps store owners manage their inventory. Okay, manage their inventory. Okay, it should have a dashboard. It should have a dashboard. Okay, a dashboard. You should have a dashboard, okay, and ways to update, um, ways to update, okay, ways to update inventory, okay, way to update stock. Let me put it that way, way to update stock. All right, sorry about that. Okay, if you are just joining, fill out the attendance form. That's the best you can do. So that's the best you can do for yourself. All right. So you may be wondering, what is a PRD? I was expecting somebody to ask. Nobody asked. It's like you guys are guru. You guys are gurus. You know what a PRD is? A PRD is called a product requirement document. Okay. So it helps detail everything. So it helps detail everything that your product should do. So I'm just going to send it to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is going to pop out a mini PRD for me. Okay, so let me know if you have your own PRD. Okay, let me know if you have your own PRD. I'm going to drop this prompt in the chat. So for those of you who are following me, you can take it and follow me. Okay, but just so you're on a safe side, the safest side is to fill out the attendance form. So you get the recording of this session mailed to you. So it will be sent into your email. All right. To be sent into your email. Okay. So what I'm going to do, very simple. Just going to copy this PRD. Okay. Imagine copying and pasting. And then that's all you have to do to build an app. Well, you're welcome. We are in that reality now. Okay. You can see. Look, before I copy self, let me show you what the PRD contains. So it contains the product name, the product overview, the target users, secondary users, the key problem solved, the core features. I think a user flow. Yeah, a user flow. It's going to contain a user flow, and all of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy. Okay, copy and paste. Okay, copy and paste. You're looking for Lovable in Play Store. Lovable is online. Okay, please. All right, so Lovable is online. Somebody said I should stop scrolling fast. It's like you're planning to sleep here. Okay, are you planning to sleep here? Okay, I'm sure you're not planning to sleep here. All right, so we don't plan to sleep here. Okay, even if we're using AI to build an app, we don't plan to sleep. Yeah. Okay, so well, we're gonna copy. So let me copy. So copy your own mini PRD if you're following me. Copy your own mini PRD. So I'll copy mine. And guess what? I'll just paste it in Lovable. Easy peasy. Paste, Control V, and then I'll stand on top of my enter key. Okay. Now I'll just sit and wait, and Lovable is going to code everything from start to finish and give me the test version. Okay, before I publish. So you can see Lovable. Lovable is building. So Lovable is building. So I've given it the mini PRD and it's building. So setting up design systems, building core components and pages. Okay. If you did not get the prompt, everything I'm using today here, I will put it in a document and I'll send it. I'm going to send it alongside with the recording of this session, if and only if you fill out the attendance form. Okay, so it's not going to be for everybody, for just those who filled the attendance form. Okay, so you can build it on your own. Okay, you won't be under pressure. You just build it on your own. You watch the recording and build it on your own. The prompt will be there, everything will be there, and you can recreate it. Okay, so some of you are joining with your phones and you're trying to use your phone. You can actually use your phone, okay, to build this, but not Play Store. You can't download Lovable on Play Store. Okay, so all right, Michael, you will get the recording if and only if you fill out the attendance form. Okay, so All right, PRD, not LD. Okay, it's not PLD. PLD sounds like a name of a Premier League club. All right, PSG. All right, so I'm just joking. PRD, R for R for what now? What is R for? R for road, okay? Or R for rain, R for rain. So PRD. All right, so Lovable is building, okay? So Lovable is building the stuff. Okay, you can see it right in the code. You can see designing stock updates dialog component. So imagine a world. PRD, product requirement documents. Ah, these people joined my session late. You joined my session late. At least fill out the attendance form, okay? Fill out the attendance form. It's in the chat. All right. So Blessing's gonna drop the link again to fill out the attendance form. Okay. All right. Okay. So all right. So it says stock flow is live. We have built stock flow. So um my app is live. Okay, so I can now go ahead and test it. Okay, so I'll just so you can see it has gone to the left. So my app will appear on the right hand side now, and I should be able to test it. Okay, how many minutes did it take? How many minutes did it take to build the app? How many minutes in front of you? Okay, how many minutes did it take to build the app? Okay, so this is my stock flow app. Okay, I can add a product if I want to. Okay, and don't worry, you you'd see you'd see we're going to test it now. Okay, 5 minutes, fantastic. So imagine in 5 minutes from idea you already have a you already have a product, a working product. So that's the new reality we are in. Okay, so like I said, if you want all the things that we use to build this, fill out the attendance form. So this is the dashboard, this is product. So these are the products that are in stock, okay, and this is history. Okay, so these are sample histories. So what I'm gonna do now is I'll go back to dashboard. So I have total 8 products. I have 251 items in stock. So 3 stocks are low already. 3 stocks are low. Okay, stock alert. So basmati rice 5 kg. Okay, I have a low stock. Granulated sugar low stock. Milk powder 500 gram is low. So I need to go to the market and get this. Okay, 7 categories. So let me add a product. So let's say I've gone to the market to buy basmati rice. Okay, so I'm going to click on add product. So product name, the SKU, the category, the quantity, and all of that. Okay, so product name. So let's add basmati rice. Okay, let's add basmati rice 5 kg. Okay, so I'm going to leave out the SKU. Select category. What category is it again? I think it should be in grains, right? It should be in grains. Okay, quantity. I'm going to put a dozen, or let's put 2 dozen. 2 dozen. All right, 2 dozen. Price. Let's put it as let's sell it as $5 per unit. Okay, reorder level. Okay, and then supplier optional. So let's add products. So please fill the SKU. So let's see what's the SKU for what's the SKU. So let me see products. So basmati rice, RICE001. That's the SKU, RICE001. So let's put in that. Okay. So rice 001. Okay. So basmati rice 5 kg. Okay. Grains quantity 2 dozens, 2 dozens, reorder level. Let me reduce it to 3 units. Price set it at $5. Okay, supply optional. So add. So now that I've added basmati. Okay, I've added basmati. Okay, so grains have grown. So grains have grown. Okay, so you can see history. All right, you can see history. You can see the products that I have. So this is the products that I have. Okay, $5. Okay, and all that. So this is my dashboard. Okay, that I've been able to build. And if I want to have a dark mode, for example, let's say, okay, this is my app. So I want to make changes to the app that I designed. I can say, oh, can I have a toggle button for dark mode? Okay, can I have a toggle button for dark mode? Dark mode. Okay, can I have a toggle button for dark mode? So I'll just send it and it's going to make the changes. Okay, it will make the changes to the app. All right, and I'll be able to toggle dark mode on. So building an app or building a website has gone beyond, it has gone beyond it has gone beyond writing code. So these days, you don't need to write code anymore. You just need to know exactly what you want. Okay, be able to communicate, okay, to the AI, and it is going to build. So you can see it is building the dark mode. Okay, added a dark mode toggle in the sidebar. Okay, so you can see dark mode now. This button was not here before. You noticed this button was not here before. Now I have a dark mode. Now if I click on it, you can see it goes to dark mode. Guys, clap for AI. Clap for AI. Clap for AI. I did not say clap for me, but you have to clap for me as well now because I am the brain, right? It's my brain, okay? All right. Somebody's asking, is Lovable free? It is free. Okay, it is absolutely free. All right. Although you have limits in the number of credits that you can use, which is why your prompt is very important. If you go and just waste your credits, you will not be, you have to wait till the next day before you before you send the message to Lovable again. All right. So that is why your PRD is very important. So you may be wondering, okay, why didn't I just tell Lovable directly to build the app? Why did I go to ChatGPT first to get a PRD? Okay, it is because so that I can make the best use of my limited credits here. So this is the free version of Lovable. So you can do this same thing if you get the recording, which is why it is important for you to fill out the attendance form. The link is in the chat. Blessing, please provide the fill out the attendance form. People are asking for it. Okay, so you see the link in the chat. Fill out the attendance form so you can get this. Okay. Steven, you are still asking, can Lovable create an app for school portal? My question back to you is, can you think of it? Can you think of the app? If you can think of the app, it can build it, okay? So if you can think about it, then you can build it, okay? So go ahead and build yours, but it doesn't end here, all right? So there are ways to take this app to wherever you want it to, maybe your website, or you want to take it to Play Store, and the like. So you can embed or you can synchronize whatever you do on Lovable to your GitHub, okay, to your GitHub, and from there, you just migrate the codes to GitHub, okay, and then from there you can push to go live, okay, and I can publish it here so that I share the link with people to test, okay. I can publish this app on Lovable, okay, so people can actually go ahead and test, okay, so people can actually go ahead and test. All right, so does Lovable build only apps? Apps, games, websites, okay? You can build whatever. As long as you can think of it, you can build it, okay? Are you with me? So think of Lovable as your developer, or your developer is an AI, okay? So that's pretty much what it is. All right, so your developer is an AI. All right. Yes, you can, Theodora. You can do that, okay, if you're on the paid version. But this that I've used now is the free version. Okay, this is the free version. And if you can use your prompt wisely, you don't necessarily need the paid version of Lovable. All right, so that is that about that. I'll drop the link to the app in the chat so you can test it out. Okay, I would also build, okay, I didn't copy the link. Okay, this is the link. so you can test it out while we are um, here. All right. So I want you to build your own and post it on LinkedIn. Okay, post it on LinkedIn. Let us see. All right. Somebody, Olu Abusayo, you built yours. Wow. Let's see. I'll click on Olu Abusayo's own. Let's see what Olu Abusayo built. So Oluwa Busayo. Let's see what he built. Wow, this is nice. Okay, so this was what Oluwa Busayo built here on this call. Let's clap for Oluwa Busayo. Let's clap for Oluwa Busayo. Okay, Oluwa Busayo, this is fantastic. Since when did you start coding? When did you learn how to code? When did you learn how to write code, Oluwa Busayo? When did you learn how to write codes? Okay, you built this in under how many minutes? So this is fantastic. Okay, so this is the kind of reality we are in now. So, and like I said, it's going to get saturated very fast. Okay, so it's if you want to get ahead, this is the time to get started. Okay, so I'm going to take questions at the end of the session so that we can make progress. All right, so when I'm done, I'll take questions. So if there's any question you ask that I've not answered, please, okay, I'll take your questions at the end of the session. All right, I'll take questions at the end of the session. Now, people like you who did not have any prior knowledge have also gone ahead to do this. All right. So you have Olusegun Agbolade, for example. Olusegun Agbolade, this young man was a finance officer working in a healthcare firm. And after I got his job in tech, he said, if anybody had told me, when I was giving his testimonial, he said, if anybody had told me that I can build the things I know how to I can build today, I'll say it's a lie. Okay? I'll say it's a lie. Okay, so he passed through the program and now he works as an AI automation engineer remotely for a Canadian-based company. Okay, Amdari. So he currently works with Amdari at the moment. Okay, you also have Ikmat. Okay, you have Ikmat. Ikmat, her own story is quite unique. She moved from being a stay-at-home mom. Listen to me, stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home mom. All right, and she moved to being a tech professional. All right, so guys, don't get me wrong. I know Luapa, I did not say you can download Lovable on Play Store. Okay, it is the app you built that I talked about, not Lovable itself. Lovable is online. You can access it through Google Chrome. Okay, so this is the very reason why I said fill out the attendance form. I send you the recording. So any question you have around how we built what we just built, you can get it done and get it over with through the recording. So it's very important to fill out the attendance form, okay, so that you get the recording and you can build your own from scratch. All right. So so that is that about that aspect. Okay. So she was able to move from being a stay-at-home mom to a tech professional. And I was the one who prepared her ahead of her interview. Okay, I put her ahead of her interview, and she was able to, she was able to get the job. Same as Ibiso Jacobs. These are people with zero tech background, and they were able to move to becoming a tech professional. Okay, all right. Again, if you have questions, I'm not going to answer until I'm done with my presentation. Okay, so let's concentrate. Okay, I'll answer questions later on. So in 2025, okay, in 2025, a lot of uh, a lot of a lot of employers were asked, a lot of employers were asked, what are the core skills you need? What are the core skills you need from from a candidate you want to hire before you can hire them, regardless of the job description? Okay, regardless of the job description. Okay, and AI and data ranked 11th position. Data and AI ranked 11th position. But fast forward 1 year into the future. Okay, the same question was asked, and now data and AI is at the very top. At the very top. So, and it is growing very fast. It has given gap to the second position. So it is growing very fast. And that's why I said, because the entry barrier is now lower than it has ever been, okay, lower than it has ever been. All right, people are now getting into it, and because of the sheer value, imagine without any coding background, if you know your way around Lovable and all of that stuff and GitHub, okay, without writing code, you can actually build apps for businesses. Don't you think a business wants to hire you to build an app for them? Okay, so, and there is even a marketing strategy self that you can use, but I will not tell you that one yet. All right, I won't tell you that one yet. Let me withhold that one. Okay, so now let's move ahead. Now, if you're in Nigeria, okay, there is something you need to know. All right, you see, recruiters abroad are no longer focused just on their own local talent. Okay, they are now looking at Africans for one reason. Okay, who can guess? Who can guess why recruiters abroad are now targeting Africans? Who wants to guess? So while you are guessing, I'll tell you the answer. The answer is cost of living. Cost of living. Yes, cost of living. Okay, somebody called it cheap labor. Absolutely. All right, affordability. Exactly, you got it right. You see, a role that typically costs a hiring firm 90,000 US dollars per year. Okay, they would come to Africa and look for people like you that can do the job, and they'll pay you 20,000, 30,000. Okay, US dollars per year. Okay, but come to think of it, compare that 20 to 30,000 per year to what you are earning now. Convert what you are earning now to dollars. Okay, to your yearly, your annual income, convert it to dollars and compare it to 30,000 and see the gap. Okay, some people hardly earn, some people are hardly earning 5,000 US dollars now if you convert your income to dollars. Okay, not to throw shades at you, it's just the reality. Okay, so if you compare where you are now to these opportunities, then you would rather be here, okay, than where you are currently. All right. So, and these are some of the little reasons why you need all of this information. Now, it's not just about automation, okay? It's not just about building apps. There are so many other career paths that you can get into with AI, okay? And that is exactly what I'm about to talk about next. And I need your 100% attention, okay? So, Mesoma, you will not get the video link. You're not getting any link after the session unless you fill the attendance form. Okay, so click on the link in the chat. All right, people who have filled will get, people who did not fill would not get. So it's white and black. Okay, so thank you very much for filling. And type down in the chat if you filled it out. So I'm sure that you filled it out. So what career options can Analytics business help you with? Okay, so now again, like I said, I need your attention. If you've been watching TV or you're watching a football match or whatever it is that is distracting you, you need to leave that out and listen to what I'm about to say, because now this is where your own decision making starts. So because there are 6 different career paths, okay, what Dio showed us earlier is just one career path. The app we built, that's just one another career path. So that's 2. So there are 4 others you can get into right now with AI. Okay. So, and I would want you to make your decision again. If you fill the attendance form, you probably have picked one already. Okay. But even if you are going to change what you've picked, all right, that is absolutely fine. Okay. So you have AI software and website development. That's essentially what we just done. Okay, the project you just created, that is AI software and website development. But Lovable is not the only tool you can use to do that. Okay, there are several other tools from Cursor to Windsurf to Base 44 to GitHub Spark. There are so many other tools that you are going to be learning how to use, even UI UX tools. building a website is not just about the coding aspect. There's UI UX. You would use AI to build UI UX. Okay, there are tools you can use to build UI UX for your app, and then you go on to code the back end and the front end. Of course, you're not the one coding; it's the AI that's going to code it. So it's amazing what is possible now. Okay, with AI. So if you're interested in that, so that's the career path you want to go for. Okay, now you also have AI video content creation. If you look around you, there are channels, there are Instagram pages, Facebook pages. What they post is just AI content, correct? Do you see those kind of posts? Just AI videos, AI content, Some you even know that it is AI. You will not know that it is AI. Okay? But they are always thrilling to watch. Or is it just me? Give me a thumbs up if you also see those contents. Give me a thumbs up very quickly. You also see those contents. All right? Give me a thumbs up real quick. All right, fantastic. So great, great, great. So, good. Now, if you want to be able to build those kind of AI videos, all right, this career path to go for. Okay, this is the career path to go for AI video content creation. Now, how do you monetize? Very easy. So um, what's AI PDF? I don't know. I don't understand your question, Emi. Okay. I'm not sure where you saw AI PDF. Okay. All right. So, but like I said, I'll take questions later on in the session. Okay. So just stick around. Now, AI video content creation is what you want to go for if you want to build maybe a faceless YouTube page, a faceless IG page. You get followers, or your TikTok page. You get followers, and then you start getting paid, depending on the amount of views you have. Okay, people are there monetizing it right now. Okay, and they're they're doing well for themselves now. AI automation engineering is essentially what Dio showed us. Okay, so if you are here and you missed what Dio showed us earlier, then you really need to fill out the attendance form so you get the recording, you can see it. So it's essentially automating something you would have hired somebody to do. So when they say, is AI going to replace human beings? This is one of it. Okay, this is one of it. So you can build what we call AI agents without writing code. That's the irony. So because that clause without writing code is what has dropped the what has, we've never had the opportunity to compete with developers. If you meet somebody along the road and the person tells you, oh, I'm into tech, I create website, I create apps, you'll be like, oh, this guy must be he must be a guru. He must be very good at coding. But now the tables have turned, and the playing field is now level. If you have a very good idea and you know how to visualize. In fact, there was this very funny meme that I was looking at on Instagram, and then they asked this guy, okay, supposedly somebody who uses AI, and they told him that, what technical abilities do you have? He said, I have no technical abilities. And then they asked him, okay, what are you then getting paid for? Then he closed his eyes and said, my ability to express how I feel. And it was very funny because that's exactly what it is when you're using AI. It's your ability to express your idea detailed in a way that you get the exact thing you want and not garbage, because AI is garbage in, garbage out. So what you're really fine tuning is the way you communicate with it. Okay. So that's the new possibility. All right. So AI automation engineering, you create AI agents, that can do jobs, okay, that can do work for you. All right. So you also have AI for data analytics. So if you're here and you've been looking at getting into data analysis, okay, you want to become a data analyst, there is no better time than now. Okay, there is no better time than now. So you can get into data analysis. Okay, not the usual data analysis, but um, with an addition of um, AI. Somebody's asking, is that prompt engineering? Uh, I mean, okay, so this is AI automation engineering. Let me clarify something because some people are making a very big mistake in the AI world. Prompt engineering is not necessarily a career path. It's a very debatable topic. Okay, prompt engineering is not even something a beginner should go for, and I'll tell you the reason why. Okay, prompt engineering is learning how to communicate with an AI, and it is a basic skill you need to even use. I mean, if you use ChatGPT, you communicate with ChatGPT, right? Sometimes you send it a message to give you rubbish. Okay, you now say, okay, let me change what I sent. That is prompt engineering. Okay, and there are ways to structure your prompt to get the things that you need. Now, if you say, oh, I want to get into prompt engineering, who are you going to be writing prompts for? We're talking about real career paths that can translate into value. Okay, so except you are working with one of the Silicon Valley companies that you are maybe you're working in one of the Silicon Valley companies, you are a top developer, don't go near prompt engineering solely as a career path. Okay, so prompt engineering is a basic skill. It's a skill you need to succeed in the AI industry. Okay, if you say, oh, I want to learn prompt engineering, I'll just laugh. I just laugh. I was once like that too. Okay, until I hit a brick wall, and then I saw that, oh, you have to re-strategize. Okay, so that is it. So generative AI for data analytics, you learn how to use Excel, Power BI, Bricks AI, Quadratic AI, Zebra AI, and all of that good stuff. Then you also have AI for business analysis and project managers. So if you're here and you're a project manager, or you're a business analyst, or you are considering project management, okay, because the courses are actually beginner friendly. So if you've been planning to become a project manager, all right, this is what you want to go for now, because even the tools and technologies that you are using, okay, as a project manager now have AI embedded into them. Before you have just Trello, now you have Trello AI. Before you have Jira, now you have Jira AI. Before you have ClickUp, now you have ClickUp AI. Before you have Notion, now you have Notion AI. So the expectation is you have to be AI inclined. So this is the new way out. Then you have AI for HR analytics. So I easily recommend this to anybody who is into HR and is not planning on leaving that HR career path anytime soon. So this is how you get ahead. Many people see HR as just an admin, okay, but you supercharge your HR career with AI for HR analytics, then you are good to go. So you use the same tools as a data analyst, but you focus more on, you would also, get to do HR use cases. You automate HR processes and all of that, okay, and all of that. All right. So each of the programs, okay, each of the programs are beginner friendly. Each of the programs are beginner friendly. They all start from the foundation, okay, and it takes just 8 weeks to get to mastery. Okay, it takes just 8 weeks. So each of them, as you can see, they start from the very basics, very foundation. So you go through the foundation. So if you don't have any previous knowledge, no need to worry. Okay, Dio had no prior knowledge of AI automation before getting into AI automation, and you saw the intricate workflow that he was able to build. Okay, with that knowledge. So people are doing it. Okay, people have done it. Okay, so you can also do it too. Now, we understand that if you are just focusing on learning the technical aspect of the training, you would not be able to make it into getting an actual job. Okay, you will not be able to get that actual job that you are looking for. All right, you won't be able to get that actual job that you are looking for. Okay, so we added something called the employability package. Okay, the employability package. And what it does is it helps you in your positioning. Okay, it helps you in your positioning. How do you position for opportunities? Okay, so how do you position for opportunities? So it starts with CV review and revamp. Okay, it starts with CV review and revamp. All right, so it starts with CV review and revamp. So we'll review your CV, okay, and revamp it. We'll give you a template to use to help out with that as well. Then you also have LinkedIn optimization, okay. Your LinkedIn profile essentially has to look like my own. Let me show you my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so if your LinkedIn profile does not look like my own, then you have a lot of work to do. Okay, so but guess what? That work is exactly what will help you with. I'll put my LinkedIn profile in the chat. So if you want to connect with me as well on LinkedIn, okay, I'll I'll be glad to connect with you. All right, on LinkedIn. So you need a fantastic professional headshot, okay, a good background, a clearly stated out job function, and then more importantly, your analytics figures has to look like mine, okay? So for example, I have 458 profile viewers. Okay, give me a second. So 458 people viewed my profile over the last 7 days. Okay, over the last 7 days. All right, 400 and where is it again? So let it load. 400 and 85 or 58 people. Okay, and the last post that I made, 692 people have seen it. Okay, and my name has appeared on search bar on LinkedIn 51 times in the last 7 days. So you need this level of engagement. Okay, and one way to do it is continuous posting of relevant stuff on LinkedIn. Okay, continually talking about the projects you've done. Okay, that is how you get this kind of visibility. So we walk you through that practically. Okay, during your training. Okay, during your training, we're going to walk you through that practically. Okay, we're going to walk you through that practically during the training program. Are we together, guys? Are we together? Are we together? Ensure to fill out the attendance form if you haven't already. Okay, if you haven't already filled it out, ensure to fill out the attendance form. Okay, ensure to fill out the attendance form. All right, so you also have navigating the job market. Okay, navigating the job market. Yeah, maybe someone have seen you already. Okay, I saw when you typed down the other time. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. All right, so navigating the job market is we showing you your way around the how to apply to jobs, where to apply to these jobs, and so on. Okay, so that you know exactly where you find these jobs. And then you have interview preparation. I was talking about Ikmat the other time and how I helped her prepare ahead of her interview. Okay, so you'd also get the same opportunity. Okay, here at 10 Analytics Business. All right, so you also have, and the good thing about this interview prep is that you will still get the opportunity to get an interview prep even after your program has ended. So it doesn't end after 2 months of your program. It is a continuous service that will give you even as an alumni at no extra cost. Then you have job reference letters. So one thing we allow you to do is to leverage analytics business as your own experience as well. Okay, so it will appear on your CV, it's also going to appear on your LinkedIn, and by so doing, you become eligible for our job reference letters. Okay, then you have on the job support. Imagine after getting a job, we still are there for you. Okay, so many other training brands. Okay, once you're done with the program, you are on your own. But here, see you through all the way, even on your job. You need support, we would help out, especially at the beginning phase of your job. Okay, it's usually very common. All right. Then you have weekly mentorship sessions. During the program, you go through mentorship training, okay, where we talk about some of the things that you need to know heading into tech. For example, how do you negotiate a salary? I was speaking with a young man a few days back, and he said, Ahmed, guess what? I blew an interview. And I was like, why? What happened? And he said everything was going fine until he was asked, what is your salary expectation? And the moment he mentioned his salary expectation, the reaction of the recruiter said it all. Okay, they were never going to reach out back to him. Okay, and these things happen to so many people. All right, and they have to learn the hard way. So, how do you know how to meet at the same position with the recruiter when they ask you the question, um, what is your salary expectation? Okay, so you go through that. Then for those of you who said, "Oh, I want to work remotely. I want to get freedom. I want to get my time back. I want to, you know, all of this stuff." You do that in Upwork. You learn how to do freelancing. Okay, a lot of people say, "Oh, I have Upwork account for 2 years now. I've not gotten a job." Good. You've been treating Upwork like LinkedIn. That's why you were treating Upwork like LinkedIn. Many people will see a job that was posted yesterday and you still apply to it on Upwork, hoping that you get called for an interview. It's never gonna happen. Okay? It's not gonna happen. Upwork has its own way of working, and its own way of working is you apply to jobs that are not more than 1 hour old. Okay, that's the only job you should consider. Okay, that way you see that by the time you now apply to a job, you are likely going to get called for an interview. So that's how Upwork works. There are some other details, okay, but that's like one of the major things. Then the program itself is for 2 months, okay, or 8 weeks. 100% online. Your main classes are during the weekend, Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., Sundays 2 to 5 p.m. Now, during the week, we work with you, but not practical classes, just, you know, exactly, Miss Summer. So you've been applying to jobs that were posted yesterday, right? So one day ago, you see a job posted one day ago and you're applying to that job. It's a waste of time. Okay? Waste of time. So Tuesdays, 9 to 10 p.m. we'll meet with you just to check up on you, how are you doing, what issues do you have, what questions do you have based on what we've done so far and all that. Then Thursdays, 9 to 10 p.m., that's when we dedicate for your mentorship session. Now, when you're done, you have a certificate that is accredited by the ACTD, the American Council of Training and Development. Okay, the American Council of Training and Development. So this makes your what you've learned, your skills, internationally recognized wherever you are. Okay, these are some of the few job boards that you can apply to remote work on. So if you're looking for remote work, and these are some of the platforms you can apply to. Okay, there are some other ones that I did not even put there. Okay, so you have this guy Pavel. Okay, moved from being a teacher to his very first tech job. Okay, no background, just teaching, and he moved. Bukola did the same, no tech background, and now she is a tech professional. Okay, Anna did the same thing. She currently works remotely for a company in Germany, no tech background and all of that. Judith was a carer somewhere in the UK, and she was able to move to becoming, um, a tech professional. Okay, now the big question is, you have this opportunity now, okay, and it's not going to last long because a lot of people can do this. So it's about speed now. It's more about speed than the actual skill. So first come, first serve. You know how what was it called? COVID-19 came with its own opportunities. A lot of remote work opportunities were rampant during that period. People who were very smart got in that period. In fact, that was the period I got in. Okay. So slowly and steadily after that, 2021, 2022, 2023, it started becoming harder than it was in 2020 to get a remote job. Why? A lot of people have gotten in. Okay. So the space have reduced. Okay. So you now need a very compelling skill to get into the remote working environment. Okay. And guess what? The AI has reopened that. That's one. It's itself as an AI skill is fast getting saturated. Why? A lot of people can do it. Okay. So we're still the early stages, which is a good news. Okay. After a couple of months now, okay, the story will change again. Okay, and those who are already in are the ones that will be prioritized. So answer this question: will you let this opportunity slip this time? I need you to type your answer in the chat. Okay, I need you to type your answer in the chat box. Are you going to let this opportunity slip? Well, many other, as you're answering, okay, many other, I mean, most of the other brands that give you courses, no mentorship, nobody's going to mentor you, can't ask any questions, no instructor access, no career support. You just get a PDF, okay, a mere PDF, no accreditation whatsoever. You're on your own after you are done with the program. But here at Analytics Business, okay, we walk you right to the job, even on the job. Okay, I was still on a call at this time. No, not this time. I think around 11 p.m. yesterday, I was on a call with one of our students. Okay, and I was helping her. I was assisting her with one of the dashboards she built in Power BI. Imagine getting that kind of support on demand. Okay, so that is what we give to you, combined with all the internationally recognized accreditation that goes with it. So our next cohort starts on the 11th of April. Okay, on the 11th of April, our next cohort starts, and you can start your journey. You can literally start your journey into tech. Okay, and I'm happy to announce to you the International Women's Month discount. Okay, so we have a discount currently running commemorating the International Women's Day. So if you are a lady here, this one is for you. I know the men will feel sidelined now, but if you're a lady here, this one is especially for you. Okay, this is your chance to get into tech and AI with a very low entry point. Okay, so and we're currently doing this for quite a number of women. Okay, so for the men who are somebody say witty man, do man. All right, so I was going there. So for the men who are interested, we have only very few slots for them. Only a few slots for them. Okay, so we are prioritizing the women on this one. Okay, for the men who show interest, we have very few slots. Okay, and for anyone who decide that they are gonna lock down their spots tonight, okay, you have an exclusive LinkedIn optimization and CV revamp session that you're going to be attending next week. Okay, so next week you would get that as well. Now let's talk about the value of what you're getting a little bit, so you really understand where this is coming from. Now we offer you 8 weeks worth of live sessions, mentorship sessions, capstone projects, CV review and revamp, LinkedIn optimization, okay, and so many other things. If you quantify all these things in monetary value, okay, for example, some people charge between 50 to 100,000 naira to fix your LinkedIn profile. Some will charge you that same amount to fix your CV for you. Okay, if you need a job reference letter, some people will charge you about 50,000. if you need a professional to prepare you ahead of your interview, that's running somewhere between 100 and 150K. Okay, I've not talked about you getting an ACTD accreditation, okay, on your certificate. So when you quantify everything and you total it, the value in monetary aspect that you are getting is worth ₦1 million. Okay, ₦1 million, nearly ₦1 million in value. Okay, but what did we do? We discounted these 2 times. Okay, the first step was to bring it down to 250K, okay, which is our usual price. Okay, but because of the IWD um discounts, okay, the International Women's Day, we are now selling at 100K for the women, okay, and a few men. Okay, so for this session, okay, there are only 10 slots available, just 10 slots available. Okay, I only want to work with 10 people. All right, so it's a highly exclusive stuff. Okay, out of these 10, okay, we're gonna have 7 women and 3 men for tonight's session. All right, so 7 ladies, 3 men, so 70-30. All right, that's how it's gonna be. You can pay in full, or you can split it into 2 parts, however you want. Okay, you pay 50K now, and then the second 50K is due after you've started the program. That's at the end of April. Okay, so you have ample time to even raise the second part payment. How do you make payments? You can visit our website. Okay, to do that, you can visit our website to do that. Okay, give me a second. So I'm going to show you how to go there now. So our website is programs dot analytics dot dot ca. So let me put it in the chat for you, okay, and then you can follow me and secure your sports. Okay, so you secure your sports. So that's the link in the chat. Okay, I've put the link in the chat. So that's the link to the website. Okay, so it's pretty intuitive. Okay, so let me see if okay, so it's pretty intuitive. All right, so let's try it. So once you're on the website, you can just scroll down to see the programs. Okay, you see all our AI programs. There are 6 of them. All right there, and you can choose anyone. Okay, and if you want to see the details of each program, you can click on that. Okay, so I'm going to click on, let's say I want to register for AI automation engineering, for example. I click on enroll now. Okay, I click on enroll now, and I just fill out my details. Okay, I start with my full name. So I start with my full name, type in my email, type in my phone number, type in my password. Okay, confirm my password. All right, and then I click on create account. So once my account is created, okay, once my account is created, I can then go on to this page where I can make payment. So how to make your payment is very easy. You just choose your cohort, you select your payment plan, whether you want to pay once or two installments, and then you join your class. So I'm going to click on choose your payments plan here, and then it gives me the option to either pay in full or get the 2 installments package. So I can click here, choose your cohort. So I can start in April or even in May. You can choose that you want to start in April or you want to start in May. Okay, so that is a thing also. So I'm going to choose April because I can't wait. Okay, and I'm going to choose the full payment. Okay, and I'm going to click on pay 100,000. And once I've done that, I can, go ahead to the page where I check out. Okay, and I have 2 options. I can either pay using my card details, or I pay using a bank, transfer, good old bank transfer. So It's going to generate a unique checkout account number for you, and you'll be able to make the payment within the set time frame. So once you make the payment, this page is automatically going to refresh. Okay, it's automatically going to refresh, and it's going to take you to your dashboard. Okay, to your dashboard, and you'll receive an email. Okay, you'll receive an email. So once you're done, okay, you can always then reach out to us. Okay, you can contact us, and then to know the next steps, or you can come to the courses pages. Okay, and you see this WhatsApp icon, and you can use that to reach out to us immediately after payment. Okay, so easy peasy. Who are the 10 people I am working with? Where are the 10 people I'm working with? Who are the 10 people I am working with? So while that is going on, I will now take questions. So I'll start with the questions in the chat, and then anybody who wants to ask a question, you can use the raise hand icon. Then we can talk. So, but let me see. There are so many questions that were asked to me in the chat. Let me see how far I can go back. So I may miss your question. So sorry if I missed your question. Where do I get your attendance? Is in the chat. Click on the link. Can I have a toggle button for dark mode? Okay, I think that was the prompt I typed. Can Lovable create an app for school portal? Capital letter yes. Does Lovable build only apps? You can build games, you can build websites, you can build apps. Is Lovable paid or free? It has a free version, okay, but I use the paid version, and there's a whole lot you can use the paid version to do if you can optimize your prompt. Can you create a website using only Lovable and publish it on Lovable? Yes, that is possible, okay, with the paid version, okay. But if you don't want, you can use GitHub, which is the normal way to go. All right, so the prompt I got using my phone and the one you got my system and charge seems different. Plus Lovable didn't open on my phone, only on system. Okay, so I've used Lovable on my phone before. Okay, so I'm not sure what kind of phone you're using. Okay, so but Lovable has opened on my phone. In fact, if you go to my LinkedIn, last post I made, okay, was Lovable on my phone. I used only my phone to create an app on Lovable. All right, so it definitely works. Okay, what have you missed? Peter, you've missed a lot. You've missed a lot. Okay, so but you can fill out the attendance form. Okay, how would you update the app in the future? I mean, I just updated the app in front of you. So once you update, you push to GitHub, and that's how it updates there. Okay, and you can use version control in GitHub to also manage it. Let me see. You said we can download Lovable in Play Store. No, that was not what I said. You can download the apps you create with Lovable. Lovable is an AI that creates apps. It's a coding. Imagine. So normally, if you want to create an app, you need to hire a developer. So instead of hiring a developer, hire Lovable. Okay. So I believe you get my point now. So hi sir, please, is this the only project developers does at work? I don't understand your question. Okay. So what do you mean is this the only project? Don't you know how many apps exist in the world right now? There are even some apps that would never see the light of day. Okay. So there are several projects that as a developer you work on. Okay. So let's see. Questions. What's AI PDF? So I really don't know what a question is. Please, we'll send all this note to us in our email. I'll fill the attendance form. You fill the attendance form, Solomon, you're good. All right. Is that prompt engineering? Okay, I think I've addressed that. Can we learn 2 courses? Absolutely, you can, but one after the other. Okay, one after the other. All right. I meant the ability to express yourself to AI. Okay, fantastic, Emmanuel. Where do I get the attendance from? Right after your own message. Let me see. How do I get attendance form? Okay. Okay, that's why things are very difficult for men. No wahala. Okay, so there are 3, Buchi, there are 3 slots for men. Have you taken one already? All right. So before you think things are difficult, okay, before you hide under that excuse, the 3 slots, have you taken one of it already? Okay, that's my question back to you. So what's holding you from taking one of them? What's the ideal AI prog for an academia? Okay, AI program. Okay. This your abbreviation now. Wow, Emmanuel. When I saw prog, I thought it was frog you wrote. All right. So for an academician, it really it depends on what you want to do. If you want to create maybe let's say you teach maths or you teach sciences, whatever it is you teach, English, whatever, and you want to create courses, you can actually create AI video of your courses, okay, and sell it. That is one way. So with that, I can recommend AI video and content creation for you. Okay. But if you say, okay, you want to branch out and create automation, AI automation agents, and probably, synchronize it with your school website, okay, you can go for AI automation engineering. So there is no one program, okay, but these two are strong ones, okay. Either AI video content creation or AI automation engineering, depending on, what you want, Emmanuel. Okay. So Emmanuel, the choice is yours. Okay. And if you pick one now, you can still change it later. So even if you register for one now and you say, "Oh, now I want to change my choice," we can help you do that. Okay. What else? Who has a question? I can't copy the link from the attendance. Elwa. Okay. So how are you gonna do that now? You can't copy it. All right. So let me paste only the link. Find a way to, I don't know, just find a way to copy it, okay? I don't know if it's joining with another device or something. Just whatever you can do, find a way to copy that link, okay? So, uh, I'm now going to take questions from those who raise their hand. Now, if I call your name, you unmute and you talk to me, okay? Do not unmute unless I call your name, please, so that we don't turn this place into a market square. It is almost 10 p.m. Nobody goes to the market 10 p.m. Okay, Oni Dele, how are you doing?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the beautiful lecture. We really appreciate it, and it's very educative to me personally, especially on your first development design you made. Because me personally, we are working on something like that, inventory, stock keeping, and
Oh,
recording.
interesting. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So basically, I noticed when you develop that software,
Yeah.
one, the AI himself
Mhm.
input the stock,
Yeah.
input the stock. Now, I expected that maybe there should be a column where you
Mhm.
can take the inventory yourself.
Yeah.
Where you can take the inventory yourself. If you can look when you are doing that mathematics rise, you edit it. Now let's put it. When you develop a software like that, you are developing it generally for different field.
Mhm.
You will see people that are selling a food item, motor spare parts, and others. Now,
Yeah.
in this aspect, now the AI automatically generated it for a
Yeah.
specific item. So I was thinking maybe at least I was expecting there should be a column whereby you can at least input your stock yourself.
All right.
That is
Let me answer a question. So,
okay.
can you mute your mic so that I don't hear myself? All right. So now, I'll ask you questions and you just unmute, answer, and then mute back. So, do you know what placeholders are? Do you know what in product development? Do you know what placeholders are? Do you know what those placeholders are? Have you heard placeholder?
No, sir.
Okay, good. All right. So I'm gonna do a little bit of teaching here. So placeholder is you build something, okay? Nobody has ever used it, but how are people going to know how to use it? You put sample items, okay, just as placeholders. So when the person sees those placeholders, okay, if it may work for the person, it may not work. For example, let's assume what you sell, this is not part of what you sell. You can come and delete, okay? You can delete all of them. You can delete what the stuff is. You can see no product found, and then you can add yours. Okay, you can now add yours on your own. Okay, so the AI could have, made it like this. Okay, where there's nothing. Okay, nothing, zero, everything is zero. But because it's zero, you won't even know that there is supposed to be a bar chart here. Okay, the whole thing is just blank. All right, so placeholders are used to show what it's like. That's why for some apps, when you go into the app first, it will show you around. It will show you, you see, let me give you a quick walkthrough. So it will go around, show you all those things. So they are just placeholders, and you can take it out and put in exactly what you want. Okay, you can put in exactly what you want. So I hope that sort of explains and answers your question. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, you quite explain it clearly as expected. And secondly, I noticed that after you created the the software,
Yeah.
you sent a link to the group that at
Yeah.
least we can log in through the link.
Yeah.
Through the link. Now, peradventure, I'm developing this software for the general purpose, maybe at least for them to buy in my
Yeah.
idea. There should be a website for that. Either I created it by website or I created it by app. I told you that I think we are working on something like this presently, and we are working with app. So whereby the customer at least can subscribe to the app. When you subscribe to the app, it gives you access automatically to do whatever you want to do on the app. On the app. And
Okay. I know where you're
and
going.
okay, in that aspect as well,
Yeah.
there is a room for you to create maybe a management control, a secretary control, and so on and so that. In this aspect now, where the AI created this one, is there a possibility where we can create something like that, where there will be a management control, either the manager control, the secretary control, the owners
Yeah.
control, whereby everybody, at least there is a room whereby everybody can a limit to what each and everyone can do on the app, except the owner give access. Okay, manager, I want you to at least take a full responsibility. Probably if I'm not in the country, you can take a full responsibility of the app and take control of the app while I view or assess whatever is going on. I have no job to do on the app, but I can easily log in to assess whatever rules or whatever has been done on the app. So the manager automatically is carrying the body, the roles of the owners, whereby the owner has given him the full responsibility to carry out the roles. So I expected in this aspect there should be a room for that. Or if somebody want to create a room, okay, now like the one you created, I don't think there's a room for that. But if somebody want to at least add that up to the development on the app, how can someone go about it?
Okay. So essentially, you asked two questions. Okay. How do I host and role level security? Have you heard of role level security before? RLS.
No, sir.
Okay. So the second question you asked speaks to role level security, where you, depending on the persona you assume when you get into the app, you have a limited kind of access. So that's effectively possible. Okay, you can factor that into your design phase, and that will be possible. Then for hosting, I don't know whether you were here when I was talking about synchronizing your Lovable with GitHub. Were you here when I talked about that?
I have a network glitch then, but I was unable to get you clearly.
Okay, all right. So that was the moment where I talked about if you want to take this live, because I said when I was done, I said this is not all. Okay, there is still going from here to making it an actual app that people can use, okay, and pay for. So you sync through your GitHub. From your GitHub, if you're going website version, then you buy your domain, or if you want a free domain, which is for demo purpose, you can use Vercel or Netlify. I don't know if you've heard of Vercel or Netlify. It's very good when you want to take your project to testing. okay, before going live actually. So you can do that as well. But if you want to go straight to, let's get it on the internet, let people be able to visit my website the way you visited Analytics now, then you have to buy and purchase your domain, okay? And then you push from GitHub to go live. So that about that. So I mentioned that while I was building, but probably your network issue deprived you of hearing. Okay, but yeah, I hope I answered the questions.
Yeah, sir. Lastly, for this question, I'm asking just for the benefit of the students here in our midst. Likewise,
Okay.
someone like me. Likewise, someone like me.
Wait
Uh,
first. Before I ask a question. How many people did you come with? So I know how many people you're asking your question for. Okay. How many people are we talking about?
I'm talking in the respect of the general public in the group. We
Are
have
you
students
are
here.
you a politician? I'm suspecting you. I'm starting to suspect you. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So
Yes.
I noticed that the 8 weeks is being projected for at least two section. I think the April and the March section. Peradventure, maybe for someone at least that has prepared his mind. Okay, let me at least raise money at least in order for me to attend maybe the March section, and maybe towards then he was unable to at least to raise the fee for the lesson. I
Okay.
don't know if there will be an opportunity like this that will still be created, because this is an educative class, that at least educative class that I don't think anybody should is expected to miss it, especially someone like me. Yes, sir. So initially, when you started your lecture, I feel first of all, I feel boring because a lot of questions were just coming in, popping out, and you're concentrating answering the question instead of you to at least go straight to the lecture. So I was like, I beg, let me just log out, but I just let me just hold my patience. But as time goes on, I think I learn a lot. I learn
Yeah.
a lot. I learn a lot. At least with the little time, at least you spend with us, I learn a lot. So
So
I deep down me, I say this is a class that I need to attend, either physical or online, that I need to attend. So if peradventure someone like me was unable to at least raise the fee for March, will there be a class or an opportunity next time? And if there should be opportunity next time, not everybody will see some requirement online that at least I'm interested. Peradventure, if there should be at least a template, or let me just say a cart, whereby you can at least program yourself for, okay, 5 months, 3 months, 2 months. So that cart will serve as a reminder to you, and they will notify the person that, okay, so time you feel so you still have interest for the class, yes or no. So I don't know, maybe at least there will be a room for that.
okay. All right. So you said a whole lot of things. Okay. I don't even know which one to start from, but I'll start from the top. Now, you first said, okay, if you miss the March cohort, is there any other opportunity? So, and I'm looking, the cohorts that are available is April and May. So if you miss March, why not join the April and May cohorts, which I displayed. So right now the opportunity is for April and the May cohorts. Okay, that's what you can get right now. So if you missed March, you can join the April cohort. Okay, the only thing that's going to change if you don't register now is the price later on. So that's one. Number two is you said you ran out of patience at the beginning of the class. So me that is answering the question, where did I put my own patience? Where do you think I put my patience? So you so if you run out of patience, so that should give you a snippet of the kind of work, okay, that and the kind of dedication that I put into this, okay, and that's just a tip of the iceberg. You need to see what goes on during the weekend classes, okay, the level of patience we um that we put into this, okay, and that's because we suffered to get into tech, okay, and we are in the business of making it easier for people okay, who were where we were back then. I mean, I showed you. I don't know whether you joined at the beginning of this call. Okay, the first slide I showed, you would have thought it was a mistake. Okay, this was the first slide I showed. All right, this was me, okay, as a mechanic, and this is me now as a tech professional. All right, speaking to you. So it was very difficult to move. Okay, very difficult to say the least. Okay, so now it is a case of we making it easy. So imagine I lose my patience. That who are all these ones that are asking questions? Okay, that is not the way to go. Okay, so but that's it. It's expected. We see that a lot. Okay, so that is that about that. Now you then talked about we should create a card to remind people. You know what? As I'm speaking to you now, people have already secured their spot. Okay, people who really want to do it, go ahead and secure their spot. Okay, it's already I don't want to call it cheap. Okay, because the actual value is nearly a 1 million naira. Okay, or you have an entry point of 100,000. In fact, entry point of 50,000 to secure a spot. So it's a case of do you really value what's in front of you? Okay, why really can't you secure it now? Why do you need someone to remind you of something you really want to do? Okay, and that was why at the beginning of this session I made us answer certain questions which I also answered back then. Okay, why do you want to get into tech? What personal problem do you want to solve? Okay, by getting into tech. Okay, and for most people, I want to change my finance. I want to move towards financial freedom. Oh, I want to work remotely, this and that. So, is that urgent for you? If the answer is yes, go ahead, register and get started April, okay, or May at latest. All right. If I have to come back and remind you, then I need to first ask you, are you really interested in this? Okay, that's my question. So, but if you say you're interested in this, then let's not talk about reminding ourselves of what we are interested in. Let's talk about, okay, how can you get yourself in and get started? Okay, so what's really the issue? Is it what's the issue exactly? Okay, what's the issue? Do you have a specific issue that is depriving you of registering now? Only was really the issue. Let's face that. Okay. So do you want to answer that question?
Uh, if I must be sincere, sir,
Yeah.
financial strength,
Yeah.
financial
Okay.
strength. Seriously, to be frank with you, sir, I deep down me, I wish to at least to attend this class. I really want sincerely, but the payment is something that at least I cannot afford for now. I cannot afford. I
Okay.
can't tell maybe in the short run or also, but for now, I don't have the financial strength to carry on the class, and I deeply really want to attend this class deep down me.
All right. Fantastic. That's good. So practical question now. When will it work for you? So you said you missed the March cohort. So on the April is what's actually available now. So when are you looking to get in? So when will you be financially buoyant enough to get in?
Latest by May, so I will prepare myself ahead.
Okay.
Latest by May.
Okay, interesting. So, but by May, you prepare your 250K, okay? Because it's not going to the entry point is no longer. So I was saying the entry point is no longer going to be 50K or 100K. All right. So it's going to be 250K. All right. First off, this package is for the women. Okay. And I only gave 3 slots tonight to the men. And I said that anybody who secures their spots ahead of time, okay, would even get a an exclusive session with me next week. Okay. So, but that's just the thing. All right. So I'll see you in May. Okay. Just prepare 250K, not 100K.
Uh-huh. Sir. Okay, what about if I want to at least get a slot from the three slots, maybe probably by tomorrow or next, because I never mind if it is for me to borrow money to attend this class. It's a must for me to attend.
Okay,